What's up, Sprinters? Welcome back to another video. Some new Predecessor patch notes just dropped, so let's dive right into it. Okay, so wall of text that comes with every patch notes, new video. Let's take a look at the video,
Hold tight,
actually.
Predecessor community. Nobori here with the latest and greatest in patch 0.4.
Okay,
Get ready
Shinbi looks
to rock
busted.
the battlefield with the electrifying Shinbi. This dazzling pop
Yeah,
star
Shinbi
is
looks
a
insane.
force to be reckoned with.
Great.
Slicing through enemies with her wolves right by her side.
Yeah,
with
Shinbi
her
looks
lightning
nuts.
fast movement, Shinbi
Dude, that's
fearlessly
two items.
dives into the thick
That's not
of
even,
team
like,
fights,
good items.
hunting
That's just
down
two items.
high-value targets with ease.
And she does that much damage.
Be cautious.
This character's over
While
team.
her agility makes her a powerful assassin, she's
Look at the
vulnerable
wolves.
to crowd control. So
Oh,
wait for
he's
the
not hitting.
perfect moment to strike and take
Dude,
down your
what?
enemies
He
in
just kills
style.
them.
Stay alert and
Yeah, look at the
always know
wolves.
your limits
Again,
as you
he has
become the
Megacosm this
ultimate
time,
wolf
but-
pack leader with Shinbi.
Holy
And that's not all.
shit, this
The
character looks
fearsome
insane.
Fangtooth just got even deadlier with
Primal
introduction
Fang.
of
Okay.
Primal Fangtooth. Primal Fangtooth spawns once the third Fangtooth has been killed. This upgraded version delivers a temporary buff called Primordial Blaze, dealing damage over time to minions,
Wait,
monsters.
When does it spawn?
Dealing damage over temporary upgraded version delivers a temporary buff called Primordial Blaze, dealing damage over time to minions, monsters, structures, and heroes. Get ready to battle with the best
Okay.
as patch 0.4 introduces AI mode. Join forces with friends
Battle with the best. We're introducing AI mode. Here's a bot match.
or
Battle
go
with the
solo
best.
against Omida's top contenders. While the AI mode is still in early stages, it's the perfect battleground for players looking to learn the game or test new heroes and
I'm glad they
strategies.
actually did put it in.
And for
That's
all you
very,
style-savvy
very
gamers,
good.
the store is finally here. Grab the
Ooh,
skins for
skins.
your favorite heroes and
Hey,
make
it's
a
the Gideon skin
statement
I use in every
on
thumbnail.
the battlefield. Keep in mind,
Let's
the
go.
store is just the beginning,
this Countess
and
skin looks
complete
so
UI
awful.
overhaul is coming later this year. Get ready for
A
the
UI
epic
overhaul,
gaming
nice.
experience with patch 0.4.
Alright, cool. Let's get back to the patch notes. Primal Fang looks cool. Alright, Shinbi, I'm probably going to be a one-trick. I'm not going to lie to you. Let's see. Basic attacks deal an additional 12% magical power. Additional 10 plus 12% magical power. Magic damage on hit. Periodically biting melody deals 4 times damage. Interesting. Damaging enemy hero with an ability decreases the cooldown by 1 second. Okay. Q. Summons a wolf spirit that lunges in a straight line, passing through all enemy targets and dealing a bunch of damage. Okay, nice. The wolves. Summon 4 spirit wolves that circle Shinbi for 3 seconds, granting at max rank 120 plus 35 magical power shield for the same duration. And after the wolves expire. So you get a refresh? That's interesting. So is this... Oh, okay. The wolves deal 40 plus 12% magical power. So Megacosm, World Breaker, good items. Dash forward a fixed distance, dealing 40 to 120, 40% magical power, magic damage. Yeah, the dash seems really good. The fact that, yeah, it can be re-triggered within 3 seconds. So basically, Shinbi is ungankable past level 2. Smile. So you're probably like starting Q in lane, and then because you're melee, so you're starting Q, and then probably taking right click second to be safe, and then E. I'm not sure whether you max Q or E. You're probably maxing E because the cooldown is like really significant. But we'll have to see. And the ultimate ability, dealing damage to enemy heroes with the ability supplies track for 8 seconds, stacking up to 8 times. Active. Summon a pack of spirit wolves to attack the target with the most track stacks, dealing 50, 80, and 120 magic power, plus 18% per spirit wolf. Shinbi's busted. I'm just saying it right now. This character's broken. We got the store, the Gideon skin I use in every Gideon thumbnail. This egregious Countess skin. Murdoch and Drongo look kind of chill. Fangtooth. Alright, so we have the first buffs. Okay, no more passive buffs can be obtained after third. Cool. So first and second are the same. Third is increased from 6% to 8%, which is really nice. Once 3 total Fang Teeth have been killed in a single game, the new Primal Fangtooth will begin to spawn. So you can spawn this as early as like 20 minutes. That's pretty cool. This new variant of Fangtooth spawns after 3 Fangtooth have been defeated in total by both teams. Great. Damage dealt to enemy targets will be set aflame, dealing 2 per minute of game time. hold on. Damage dealt to enemy targets will be set aflame. So, okay, so this is just worded poorly. Dealing damage to enemy targets will make them be set aflame. Dealing plus 2 damage per minute of game time. So if it's like 20 minutes, they're what? 20 damage? Is that how that works? Or is it 4? It's 40 damage. As true damage per second over 4 seconds. Wait, so at 20 minutes, they're just taking an extra 40 true damage per second over 4 seconds. So you just free 160 damage. What is that? That's insane. Damage is increased by 50% against enemy heroes below 25% max health. Damage is capped at 80 true damage per second. 120 against targets below max health. Okay. That's interesting. That's really strong. Buff duration is 2 minutes, which always leads to 2.5 minutes due to the first Fang buff, granting plus 30 seconds. Well, it doesn't always lead because, you know, one team could just get 3 Fangs and then the other team has a comeback and gets Primal. So, you know, not always, but 99% of the time. Players versus AI. Cool. Gadget base skin change. We've made the decision to change Gadget's base skin to her Shell Shock skin. We feel this provides the hero with more character and more... interesting. I don't actually know what that is. I, didn't play Paragon. L. Other improvements. Total damage to heroes now be displayed at the top of other damage to hero stats. Good. Heroes can now be rotated in the hero screen. Updated gadgets are recommended items. Visual effects for Sentry. Visual effects for heroes dying. Client server delay on ranged basic attacks has been reduced by 50%. Nice. That's actually super good. Impact decals have been updated for most abilities. Gideon sound effects have been updated. Visual effects for lane guidance and indicators have been updated. Multiple map improvements to help increase the performance and phase jumping and landing sound effects have been approved. Cool. Now let's get into the balance changes. The stuff we're all here for. It's only been 7 minutes. Left crunch. 30 to 150 to 25 to 125. That's interesting that he's getting a nerf. Total physical power scale increased from 110 to 130. Oh, so it's a buff actually. Okay. Interesting. They're making it more physical based. And right crunch also does slightly more damage. Crunch is getting a buff this patch. Huge. I like that. I like that they do take a little bit of base damage out of this kit, but you know what? He's gonna be pretty good mid game. Could be pretty good. Gideon health growth decreased from 110 to 105. This is the tank Gideon build, isn't it? This is what caused it. Omida, I have some bad news. True Silver being picked up early isn't the only reason. Take a look at Tank Crest. Muriel, okay. This is a lot of changes. Slow magnitude from 25% to 35%. Huge. Slow duration from 2 to 2.5. That's really good. Shielding effect now has 20% magical power scaling. Interesting. Now correctly scales with heal and shield power. Nice. Okay. Consecrated Ground. Base shield increased from 100 to 300 to 110 to 350. This is actually really good. This is really good. Cooldown increased. You know what? 2 seconds, not that big a deal. Not gonna lie. It's pretty good. Let's see. Reversal of Fortune. Stun duration decreased from 1 second to 0.5 seconds. Charge up time decreased from 1.05 seconds to 0.6 seconds. And cooldown decreased from 180, 120 to 160, 100. Wow. She can ult? That's interesting. So these changes are all fine and dandy, but this ult cooldown change could actually be like really impactful because of the way like late game plays out. This could be very impactful at like 1 or 2 points in the game. But we should really look at like the 130 and 150 because that's, that's pretty much late game for supports. Supports never hit 16. So thinking this 20 seconds could be impactful. We'll have to see. Usually these changes don't mean much, but for a global ult like Muriel's, it could actually matter. Narbash, broken. Base mana decreased by 60. That's a lot. Nearby ally mana regen decreased from 4 to 3. Okay. And his healing. Health regen decreased from 9 to 25 to 7 and 19. Yeah, this was broken. Song of My People scaling decreased from 10% to 8%. Okay, I don't actually know what this means for Narbash. I mean, he has a terrible lane phase now, for sure. with his base getting reduced and his scaling getting reduced and his mana getting reduced and even the mana regen to allies getting reduced. Like, he just got hit so hard. I don't know if he's playable anymore, I'll be honest. He had one good patch, and now I don't know if he's that good. We'll have to see. Rampage! This is the first time we've seen Rampage in the patch notes. Let's go. Physical power growth decreased from 3 to 2.5. Bonus health scaling decreased from 10% to 8%. And base damage changed from 100 to 260 to 110 to 230. So I like that they give him a little bit more at level 1 to clear. That's cool. But past that point, they kind of just, they take it down a little bit, which is nice. Because Rampage does a lot of damage, man. A lot. And bonus physical power scaling decreased from 60% to 50%. Yeah, honestly, understandable. Rampage does an insane amount of damage. He's still good. Rampage is still good. He still has his Q. He still has his ults. You know, his regen and his tankiness didn't get changed at all, just his damage. So he's still good. Still very, very good. Revenants, let's see. Bonus physical power scaling increased from 1% per 10% crit chance to 1.5% per 10% crit chance. Interesting. So you get an extra 15% instead of 10% at 100% crit. And magic power scaling decreased from 100% to 75%. I don't know what they're doing with this character. But it's a little strange. I don't know. Revenant had one good patch. I don't know if this is enough to make him good again, but we'll have to see. Richter, base mana regen decreased, and mana cost increased from 100 to 120. Alright. Yeah, Richter's oppressive. He needs a little bit more nerfs than this. He's way too strong. He's been the best support in the game since day one. We need to change him a little bit more. This makes him less oppressive early, but it's not really going to matter that you know, further into the game. Sev. Health regen decreased from 1.5 to 1. Physical power scaling decreased from 80% to 70%. And minion healing decreased from 15% to 10%. So what, Sev just goes back to being bad again? I don't know. Like, this healing was huge, right? It was a little much. Like, Sev's really broken. But nerfing his health regen and his healing in the same patch, along with his damage, means he gets less healing, even less healing. I don't know. It's really hard to tell where Sev will end up, but I have a feeling it's not going to be... Sev's not going to be that great. That's my opinion. I don't think he's going to be great this patch. Tier 2, Divine Wreath. I've never even heard of this item. Heal and shield power is no longer unique. Oh, this is a support item. Okay. Nightfall. Omnivamp removed. Damn. Okay. Physical pen increased from 8 to 12. Isolation range decreased from 600 to 500. Build path changed from Hone Chris and Bloodletter to Hone Chris and Hone Chris. Interesting. Omnivamp increased from 5% to 8%. Okay, so they just put it on the passive. I mean, people were only really, like, only a few characters were building Nightfall. Like, Crunch liked Nightfall. I think under certain circumstances, Kalari liked Nightfall. Fangmao liked Nightfall. But aside from that, not really too many people were even building this item, or probably even knew it existed, to be honest. Mutilator. Omnivamp decreased from 8% to 5%, and ability haste from 20 to 25. This ability haste could actually be really big. Omnivamp, it's good to see less survivability on Mutilator. Mutilator's still broken. Insane item. Tectonic Mallet. Omnivamp removed. Did people even build this? Added 10 ability haste, magic armor from 30 to 40, and they changed the build path. So having the haste and having the magic armor might actually make this item somewhat good. I'm not sure. I'm really not sure. Maybe it's good. We'll have to see. Wellspring. Bug fix no longer ceases to work when it comes off cooldown whilst the player is dead. And quality of life now checks if there's a target ally nearby and if they are damaged before committing the cooldown of soothing waters. Cool. A lot of bug fixes that we're not gonna go through. Wow, a lot of bug fixes we're not gonna go through. I mean, if you guys want to look at the bug fixes, you know, take a look at yourself. But what I've gathered from this patch is all of the insane powerhouses this patch were nerfed. So we should see some more things come back into the meta. Maybe we'll see a little bit more Grux. Maybe we'll see a little bit more Chimera, for example. Maybe we'll start to see more Decker now that Richter's been nerfed slightly. Because Decker is actually really good into Richter. Sev, I don't know if this will be played offlane. I fear that with this change, Grux offlane is going to be king, uncontested. Because before we had Steel and we had Grux, and then Steel got nerfed, but Sev got buffed, and Grux basically remained the same. And now Sev's getting nerfed, but Grux is not. So Grux might just be like perma-picked offlane, because it seems really, really strong. I'm really surprised at the lack of mid lane changes. Kind of sucks, to be honest. So mid lane basically plays out the same, right? You're just, running the same characters. Countess, Gideon, and Gadget. We've been running these characters since Countess came out, essentially. So Faye also has room to shine, but depends on the matchups. But anyway, that's everything. Thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. You all are beautiful people, and I'll see you guys in the next one.